Okay, this is Ceci Sparrow, and I'm here with my good friend LaShonda Anthony. And LaShonda, tell me your story.
Okay. It's funny because you asked me for an intergenerational story. And whenever I think intergenerational, I think of my father's mother. The entire family called her mother because that's just who she was. I think of her and I think of my dad, and they have both passed on. But my father's mother, her name was Esther, only finished 8th grade. Born in 1916. Surprised she made it that far because America, racism, whatever. And my father did finish high school and went into the Army. But one thing that, even though she only finished 8th grade, my grandmother always pushed was making sure that we had our education. She's like, that's the one thing they can never take away from you is your education. And, she drilled that. I was always up under her. And she's like, you learn your lessons. And so she graduated. She passed away 6 months after I graduated high school.
Wow.
So she did get to see me graduate high school, and she wound up stroking out basically. But it's funny because I think about that, and my father never told me, make sure you get your education in those words, but he was always pushing the education piece, right? So I remember being in elementary school, and this was, let's see, I did the whole electric potato thing in 3rd grade. So this had to be 4th or 5th grade. I decided to do the solar system for my science project. And so we went to the craft store and got the styrofoam balls because I was going to make a diagram. And he's like, don't start it until I get home. I'm going to help you do it. And I kid you not, he helped me create this beautiful 3D solar system back when Pluto was still a planet. So we had all 9 planets, and, he helped me construct it and paint it and mount it on the wires. And that was something that he would do. So then there was I made it and won the city spelling bee because when he found out I wanted to do the spelling bee, every day after he got off work for 2 hours every night, up from the moment I said I'm going to do the spelling bee, for months until the spelling bee. I regretted that so much because I just wanted to watch TV. He drilled me on words for 2 hours every night, including the word anti-disestablishmentarianism as a 6th grader.
Wow.
He made me practice that word. It didn't even come up in the damn spelling bee. Going through school, he would review my report cards. And I still have a report card from 9th grade where I have all A's. And then I have this 1 C for a quarter in a science class. And he circled the C and said, all this is good, but we need to work on this C. So kind of like with my grandmother, really driving home, like you have to be focused on your grades so that you can go to school. And all that drive without him coming out and saying what she said directly helped me to finish high school with a high GPA, helped me to finish undergraduate college, which he lived long enough to see me do with a good GPA. He passed away the semester before I graduated with my master's degree, sadly. So but he knew I was about to finish. So he passed away knowing I was going to have a master's degree. And I'm the only person in our nuclear family with a bachelor's degree and a master's degree and now a terminal degree, which he obviously didn't live to see because I got that in 2013. But that's just that generational legacy of prioritizing education and not it just being lip service, but something that he actively engaged in is something that I will always carry with me. Because I think it's a lesson that a lot of parents in his generation pushed. They wanted their kids to do better, to strive for more, to reach higher. Mm-hmm. And it did drive me to do even that, even after he had passed away, to go ahead and work towards and finish my PhD so that I would have that, not just to have it because Lord knows no one gets a PhD just to do a PhD. Trust me, it's way too much work. To help me in my career and to help me be a faculty member. So that's the story that really kind of resonates with me. It's just hearing it from my grandmother her hope for it for me. But because of her limited ability, she couldn't help me in the way that my father could, because he made it further. And he couldn't help me once I, went beyond what he had done. But the discipline that he instilled in me around education is what helped me to continue to climb. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that when we talk about, Black history, and when we talk about, family legacy, we talk about, we got to leave a legacy of excellence and leave a legacy of wealth. And it's like, but do we talk about the things that really matter too? A legacy of discipline, a legacy of drive, a legacy of priority. I don't know that we always address that. And that is something that both of them together, him and his mother, were able to instill with me, tag teamed. Basically, they tag teamed it into me. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, LaShonda.
Yeah, absolutely.